Hey guys, welcome back to playing the Elementalist Chapter 11. You just made a startling discovery about your past, but what does this mean for your future at Pendergrass? Or Pendergast? I have no clue. But we met our twin, like our actual twin, like, this is awesome. Our secret twin. Twins that were separated at birth, literally. Back at the Elementalists. Coming back again. Chapter 11, Double Double, Bull and Trouble. You sent Professor Swan's office staring into the face of a guy who claims to be your twin. The same person who's been attacking you ever since you arrived. Twin? I don't have a twin. And I'm certainly not related to attempted murderer. Murderer, ha, that's rich. Were you listening to anything I just said? As his lips curled to a grimace, you can't help but mirror his expression, feeling anger and frustration bubbling inside of you. Professor Swan looks between the two of you before jumping up from her desk. Well, I see you two have a lot to catch up on. I'll just make some tea, shall I? And maybe something a little more stronger for myself. Professor Swan, how are you all just okay with this? He's been trying to kill me. You ran on Alice's lips curled back into a snarl. Whoever you are, you better explain yourself. I should kill you or not. I believe you. Explain. And it better be a damn good reason. First off, my name is Atlas. And second, we're twins. I don't know how else to explain that to you since the whole we have the same face thing isn't doing it for you. Silently sounds blank as the room as you and Alice stare each other down. I just want to offer you and Alice a cup of tea each. Take yours, but Alice reaches instead for the cup of amber liquid and presses Swantes, taking a hearty swig. This minute tea will have the herbal supplement I mentioned. You should still see a nurse at some point, but at least. I don't have time for tea. I need to figure out why he was trying to kill me. Princess Swan yells to busy herself behind her desk. I already told you I was trying to save you, you idiot. Was sending creepy shadow marks after me and stalking me through mirrors? If you recall, I just helped you be one of those creepy shadow monsters. And I wasn't stalking you. I was trying to get you to let me out. Let you out? Yeah, I got stuck in there months ago trying to save your dumb ass. His voice is tinged with bitterness, but something softens in his eyes as he says this. Oh, Atlas. Save me from what? His mouth curls into a sneer. When I self-agonized and saw the causes of the dread. You mean... I have no idea. But I'm a cheat and look at the answer, so... This is probably spelt wrong, but... No! What? Okay, just rape then? I don't know. Since they clearly don't want to take Highmore. Oh, shoot. Okay, you know what? I can't remember his name right now, but I know he killed a bunch of kids, right? More specifically, twins, hundreds of them. But why? Because he was looking for us and he wants to kill us. You hear a rallying sound of turning to Professor Swan settling her cup on the table with a shaky hand. Atlas, this can't be real. Yeah, well, you didn't think magic was real either up until a few months ago. Has it really been months already? Atlas, that's enough. He's not ready. And whose fault is that? The Russell family knew that this day would come. It was their job to prepare him, like my caregivers did me. Prepare me for what? For the fight to come, of course. Our birth parents separate us to keep us safe. Our caregivers are supposed to keep us hidden. And now Rave knows where we are and knows that we are together. Our time is up and you have no idea what's coming. Alice puts a hand on your cheek and you feel an icy chill emanating from it. You shrug it off, taking a step back. Who are you? It's a moon spell. Allow me to share my memories with you. Alice, you need to recover. You're not strong enough to do this right now. You need to see what we're dealing with. If you allow Alice to perform the spell, you'll be able to play as him and get some first-hand insight into what we'll come to face. No. I don't need a spell to tell me the same thing you already have. Plus, all of these attacks, I believe you. The question is, what do we do now? Now you go back to your room and keep Alice outside until I can figure out what to do about this mess. That's it, but what about? Someone puts her hand up. Seeing her be so stern makes you go quiet immediately. Please, Desmond, I know this is a lot to process, and I know you have more questions, but it's my duty to keep you safe. She turns to look Alice in the eye. The both of you, please let me do that. Alice holds her gaze for a moment longer than nods curtly. Fine. Yeah, okay, sure, this is all great. Except for the fact that Alice has my face, there's a madman out to kill us. I'm gonna say that. But you know, no problem, we all have to die sometime, right? You can't get to us here. For now, we should be more concerned about keeping this all under wraps. I've got just the solution for that. I could put an illusion over Alice that will make him invisible to everyone except you, Desmond. It only lasts for 30 minutes though, so you have to go straight back to your dorm room. Don't stop for anything. Professor Swan gets close to Alice and makes a series of pinching motions in the air around his body. Up close, you can see that the space around his body is now filled with sharp points of rainbow light. Is it working? Where are those lights? When Alice goes to look in the mirror on the wall you follow, you only see yourself in the mirror's reflection. Allison, you're totally invisible. Yes, thank you for letting me know. Without any further ceremony, Alice turns and strides out the door. Looks like we're leaving now, apparently. Before you go, I know Alice has a lot of hard edges, but he's your brother, and he did a lot to keep you safe and shield you from the evils out there. Just remember that while I try to get this all sorted out, I suspect living with him in close quarters is going to get a bit tiresome. I kind of get the feeling you're right. I'll try to remember. Yeah, Professor Swan's weak smile before following Atlas out of the office. On the hallway, Atlas leans against the wall, drumming his fingers against his folded arms. Fine, I need you to show me the hall mirrors. The entrance on your end, of course, not the mirror I came through. He showed us a little at the memory of it. I don't think we should do that. You heard Swan. We only got 30 minutes to. You do realize our lives are on the line here, right? Trust me, I know that better than Swan does. Alice, I'll show you, but take it down unless I don't agree with this. Don't boss me around. Don't boss me around. I literally just met you, and you want me to trust you? To your surprise, Alice smiles a little. He's feisty, good, use it. It might help you survive. Now, you're going to show me to the mirror room or not? Only if you ask nightly. Please. Not so hard, is it? What exactly are you expecting to find there? You don't think it's suspicious that I've been banging on the other side of the glass for months now, but now I'm suddenly able to get through? If that's a coincidence, I'll eat a skid ditch hole. I don't even know what that is. You run the corner, lean to the hollow mirrors to stop dead in your tracks. You have to pull Alice by the collar to get him to stop. Excuse me? Shh, look. At the end of the hall, Professor England stands guard in front of the door. Oh, darn, I guess we'll just have to leave and come back later. Alice starts to stomp towards the door and you grab him jaggedly. If you touch my jacket one more time, I swear. What's your plan here? You know you're effectively an intruder, right? Yeah, and also currently invisible. You could talk to him, ask him my questions for me. He's got to know something that could help us. He urges you for following closer your heels as you tentatively approach Professor England. Your academic performance has a lot to rare opportunity, yes! Desmond, one of my star students, this is about your homework assignment. We'll have to chat later. Students aren't allowed be in this hall for the time being. Is that so? Why is that? You have heard? I thought it would be all around school by now. I'm not really supposed to talk about it. But you should make an exception because everyone already knows I really need to use I'm your favorite student. You were pressed Professor England until like a rare choice option? Yes. You can trust me with the details. I suppose I can. If anyone asks, you heard it from the old rumor mill, but it appears that someone has vandalized the mirror room. Put your hand to your chest and gasp in mock surprise. What do you mean vandalized? From behind you, Alice whispers. You're overdoing it. That's all we know at the moment. The dean is currently busy attending to other matters, but she'll be down to check the sentry recordings as soon as she's finished. He nods to the suit of armor at the end of the hall. That's all, but what about... First England shakes his head. It's nothing to worry about yourself over, Desmond. Now please, I need to keep this hallway clear. He shoos you away and you sigh heavily as you and Alice backtrack down the hall. Well, that was a total waste of time. Not entirely. He has sentries standing guard over the hallway expecting it. These sentries act like attuneless video cameras. We may not be able to see inside the mirror room, but we can at least see the aftermath. Do you think it would be helpful? Considering we know absolutely nothing, I don't see how it could hurt. We should have enough time before Swan's spell wears off. See through the eyes of the sentry to gain insight into the mysteries surrounding the mirror room. It will also give you a rare opportunity to see what your friends do when you're not around. What? Are you serious? No. But that is pretty funny. Seeing what our friends doing with. All we'll see is my friends freaking out thinking I'm dead, or I should probably find them at some point. Let them know I'm okay. Come on, let's go. Turn to leave a note that the rainbow spots of light that make Atlas' invisibility charm begin to flicker. Our time's almost up. We have to go now. You and Alice run towards the front doors only to have them swing open. Two upperclassmen walk in just as Atlas' invisibility begins to flicker. Suit armor. You shove Alice behind the suit armor in the hall. When you do, it swivels its head towards you with a metallic screech. Sorry, please, just shh. As soon as students walk past, you lean casually against the wall near the suit armor, but they pay you no mind. Quit thinking. You push through the double doors and are pleased to see the campus is near empty this late at night. Okay, my dorm is in that building over there. So what, we just make a run for it? Heck yeah! That's when you notice the statue in the center of the campus swivels its head back and forth. The light of its eyes is like a lighthouse beam in the darkness. Only if you want to get vaporized, maybe there's some way to distract it? Got it, when I say run, you run. Alice gestures over himself from head to toe and shoulder to shoulder. Then he puts his hands out and takes a step backward. In its place is a distorted replica of himself. He gives the replica a push towards the statue the opposite direction of the door, then he takes off running. Hey, you didn't say run! I thought it was implied. Keep up. You tear away from him, sprinting as fast as you can across the massive lawn. The statue's gaze is completely drawn by Alice's shadow. In front of you, Alice leaps over a small flower bed. Tinkling teenies, careful, those their flower buds are actually bells. With no time to swerve, you leap. You soar gracefully over the patch of flowers. Nice. With the coast clear, you and Alice sprint for the door and throw yourselves through the door. From a doorway, you can see the RL on duty behind the counter scribbling away on the pad paper. Across you can see Alice's reflection flickering in the mirror on the wall, the spell almost completely worn off. You speak to Alice in hushed whispers. Okay, we just need to get past her and then a straight shot to my room. Got it, say no more. Alice's eyes narrow as it twines his fingers together, making a complicated gesture as the air crackles around him. Alice, what are you doing? Knocking her out. What? Stop it! You push Alice's hands back to his sides, rolling your eyes. Cool it, John Wick. I'll go distract you. You just need to slip by quietly and get to that first hallway there. Got it? Alice shrugs and you walk up to the front desk. Hey, Desmond, what can I do for you? At the corner of your eye, you see Alice slip behind a potted plant. The plant's leaves start to stick to him, and he flails to get them off. I don't know whoever point. You point to the painting on the wall behind her. When she turns to look, Alice springs from his hiding place and bolts down the hallway. You made the portrait of Celestial Quivisis that's been hanging there all semester? Right, that's her name, and you definitely seen it, so thanks. Hurry away to rejoin Alice. Whew. You and Alice cross the threshold into your dorm without further incident. Throw yourself onto the couch as Alice breathes a sigh of relief. Oh man, that was way too close. We should have come straight back like Professor Swan told us to. Alice is impressed by your quick actions, yes. Bond, Desmond, bond. Actually, I think you handle yourself pretty well. Maybe I didn't need to be worried about you as I thought. Now that we're alone, we have to talk about. He starts abruptly, his head cocked to one side. Do you hear that? You go still straining to hear. That's it. Desmond's not anywhere on campus. That man must have taken him somewhere else entirely. The way the glass shattered, I've never seen anything like it. My friends, they're not supposed to know about you. Quick, my room. Dash toward the door and fumble with the doorknob. You rush the door open, dive inside. Alice is about to follow you in. When your friends come in and see him, no! Desmond, where have you been? We've been looking everywhere. Alice freezes and plays panic. From behind the almost closed bedroom door, you whisper to him. Alice, just roll with it. Pretend to be me. Yes, I'm Desmond, your friend. He says the last word with a grimace. You try not to laugh when you realize he's attempting a smile. What happened to your hair? This is not going well. I had to help him. I should tell him to laugh it off and say something funny and casual. Haha, that's so funny. That's just like you, always cracking jokes. My goodness. We recognize my comedic genius, so you must be alright. Never mind all that. Where have you been? The mirror room was completely destroyed and you were just gone. Yeah, where did that mirror take you? We looked all over campus. It took me to Penn Square. I didn't know what was wrong, but it dropped me right into a dumpster. I tried to spill to clean up, but something went wrong and it turned my hair all white. Guess I'll have to have Swan fix it tomorrow. Oh no, need. There's just a simple transmutation spell I could quite easily. No! You touched my hair and I punched. Yo, no, don't do that to my bae. Do not say that to my bae. Touch my hair and I punched the eyebrows off your face. A brief silence passes through the room. Sorry, I've had a really rough day. I'd like to go to bed. Oh, well, of course, we're just glad you said. I guess we should all go to bed, huh? Thanks, all of you. Beckett, Zeph, and Griffin turn to leave. Beckett stops and turns back to Alice. He looks him over, the skin between his eyebrows pinched with worry. He puts his hand on his shoulder and Alice goes completely rigid. He doesn't try to fight it like you thought he would. You. You have no idea how troublesome you are. Oh my goodness. Hey. Just going and disappearing like that weren't all your friends. It was a crap we thought of you and you begin to lose steam, breathing hard. Calm yourself. And I'm really glad you're okay. What? Yo, what? Becca, no, don't cheat on me. Yo. Take a picture. Becca, don't cheat on me. Oh my goodness. He pulls Alice in for her, squeezing him tightly around her shoulders. Thanks. They stayed that way for a moment. Hello? Hello? Dude, don't cheat on me with my twin. Like, what? They stayed that way for a moment before Beckett finally released him. He opens his mouth to say something more, but then closes and stalks away. I'm so sad. As Shredder walks you friends to the door, Alice enters your room and shuts the door behind him. Once Alice is inside, you both breathe a sigh of relief. Your friends talk so much, no wonder you're so behind in your magical studies. Oh, shut up. I am not, and my friends are fine, thank you very much. Your friends are weak, no. Dang. Did you see the way the stiff, fancy one looked at me? It was odd. If you're talking about Beckett, shut up. What's odd is the weird way you describe people. Besides, it wasn't odd. It was romantic. Did you see how red Becca's face got? He's totally in love with me. Yes, he is, honey. Yes, he is. Yes. Your conversation is suddenly interrupted by frantic banging on the common room door. You and Alice exchange a glance as you leave the room to open. Beckett? Hello, hi, it's me again. Hi. I can see that. You fixed your hair? Yeah. Yeah, it just turned itself back. He fidgets in the doorway as you take a minute and finally notices an unusually rumpled appearance. I just want to make sure again that you're okay. You want to go on a date? He hesitates again. Can I kiss him? I'm at a loss here. When you vanish like that, I feel like I should have been able to do more and I couldn't, and I. He cuts himself while mussing his hair as he runs his hand through it. He looks as shaken as you feel. Becca, it's no one's fault and I'm fine, see? He laughs a little but sounds forced and weary. I know, Slade, but do you... Yes! Want to talk just for a little while? I know you say you're okay, but I feel like I have to make sure. Yes! It's not really best. No, let's do it. His eyes roll across your body, widening as he takes in the scrapes and cuts and embedded bits of glass from your fight in the mirror dimension. Yeah, I got knocked out. You're hurt. I can help with that. I know a spell that'll remove those shards of glass quite painlessly. It's fine. I'll just go to the nurse tomorrow. But I can help. I have to let him help. Please, that's me. Yes. Talking to Beckett will reassure him, gain you some magical healing, and give you a chance for more romance. Yes, I cannot say no to any romance with Beckett. Give me romance. Let's talk out here, okay? You lead him to the couch and sits down next to him. He attempts to smooth out his crumpled blazer and gives a pitiful laugh before sitting down. I must look like a complete mess. Nah, you're hot. but it's pretty fun seeing always put together Becca Harrington off his game. Becca, you're a walking disaster. You look just fine. Maybe a little sadder than normal, a little more grumpled, but I won't say you're falling apart or anything. And it's anything but funny to me. More depressing than anything, really. Gee, thanks. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry, I just mean it's hard to see you up so upset. You reach over and take back a hand of yours. He meets your gaze for just a moment before looking sheepishly away. I'm actually pretty surprised that you were so concerned, considering how hard you tried to hate me. I don't hate you, Desmond. He meets your gaze directly as he says it, squeezing your hand tightly. Oof. I admit that when I first heard about you, I was jealous. More so when I realized your formal training was quite lacking, I lashed out. I worked so hard to be the best, and it didn't matter. I thought with you attending, I'd have no chance of being the top of the class. Beck, I never meant to make you feel that way. Of course you didn't. You were my first friend here. You took me in when no one else would. Can we go out now? And the thought of something happening to you when I could have stopped it. What do you mean could have stopped it? I had been practicing some advanced magics. There had to have been some spell, some part of my knowledge that I could have used. But when it came down to it, I just stood there weak. His hand crosses the fist and the bridge of his nose flushes. Beckett. I love you. Well, give him... No, hug him. I mean, I wish I could kiss him, but... Wrap your arms around his shoulders, pulling him into a tight hug. He shivers a little and you feel warm breath against the side of your neck. There's nothing wrong with freeze up. It all happened so fast. You will have needed the quickest reflexes on Earth. His arm snakes around you, holds you onto him. You can feel the quickening of his heartbeat against your chest. How do you know I don't have them? I am vastly superior to the majority of the world's population. You can't help but laugh at that, and after a second he laughs too. And that's the Becca Harrington I know. He pulls back, looking into his eyes. His face is more composed, but you can still see the hint of wetness on his lashes. You can't blame this all on yourself. First of all, there's no way you could have known what would happen. And second of all, we were all there. No one else had any idea what to do either. Becca frowns and sighs. Still, I said I'll help, so at least let me take a look at you. You stand and do a slow rotation. See? Totally fine. He generally takes your arm, turning to show a small piece of glass sticking out of the skin near your elbow. Well, I didn't even know that was there. Probably because of the adrenaline. But you must have noticed the rest of these cuts at least. He dresses out the dozens of other scrapes, bruises, gashes, and cuts along your arms and legs. Like you said, the adrenaline, I guess. He holds his hand a few inches above the shard of glass and stares at the spot with a look of intense concentration. Shoot, just give me a second. The glow of his palm begins to flicker in intensity as he tries to hold on to the magic, but still nothing happens. Come on, Becky, you worthless. Beckett! He drops your arm and hisses through his teeth. We're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm sorry, I've done this spell a million times. I just can't. It won't. He trails off and averts his gaze, his hands balling to fists against his knees. It's okay, really. Don't be so hard on yourself. You can do this. I know you can. Just think about me. You want to help me, right? So stop thinking about your own faults and focus on that. I didn't mean to make it all about me. You're doing it again. Becky cracks a smile, shaking his head a little. There you go. You're starting to relax. Now take a deep breath and try again. Fine. He raises his hands again and they tremble slightly. He slowly inhales, and as he exhales, his palms glow warmly. Now we're getting somewhere. He passes his hands down your arms a few inches above your skin as he does each piece of glass slips painlessly out of your skin. There, you have to go to the nurse tomorrow to get a salve for the cuts, but that takes care of the glass at least. Thanks, Doc. So I'm good as new? I don't know. Maybe I should double check to make sure. He stands up and takes your hands, inspecting your arms. His fingers trace the veins up your arms, leaving goosebumps in their wake. Ooh, no serious damage there. He circles you, standing so close to you, so close you feel his soft breast tickling the hair at the back of your neck. He trails the fingers slowly down your spine. Oh my goodness, Beckett. What, does it hurt? Dude, you trying to turn me on? No. It's like there's a little bruise right here. Becca's soft lips graze the side of your neck. He wraps his arms around your waist, just you feel like your knees are about to give out. Better? I'm certainly not complaining. You turn in his arms, seeing the smile you've been missing all night. How about you, though? Feeling better? He takes a deep breath in, and when he exhales, he smiles, still seems a little forced. Yeah, I think so. He glances at the clock at the mantel, and his eyes go wide. Oh wow, so late. I'm such a dolt. You must be exhausted, and here I am complaining about my feelings. It's fine, really. After everything that happened today, I'm not sure I will be able to fall asleep anyway. But if you want to make it up to me, why don't you give me a goodnight kiss? It'll help me sleep better. I don't need a reason to kiss you. Oh, yes. Becca says this quietly as he smiles down at you. His thumb softly grazes your cheek as he leans and touches his lips to yours. His arms tighten around your waist, pulling you flush against him, holding you like he's afraid you'll disappear. Tesbit. His mouth is warming. It's just this tongue tracing nose line. Below lip. Oh, snap. Let's say you think you'll run out of air. He pulls back, breathing hard. You laugh in between panting breaths. Great, now I'll never get to sleep. I'm sure after the day you have no trouble. He cuts your cheeks between his palms, eyes roving your face before he presses a kiss to your forehead, then he lets you go. For a moment, the only sound in the room is the soft crackling of the ever-burning fireplace. I'll let you get your rest, but I want to tell you that. He looks at you, then up at the ceiling. After a second, he exhales, smiling weakly. I'm really happy you're still here. Aww. Yeah, me too. Watching leave before going back to your dorm room, that was so worth it. Oh my goodness. As you enter the room, Alice is perched on the edge of your bed. He rolls his eyes. Don't get too attached. We won't be here long, and we don't know who we can trust. Oh, shut up. What do you mean? We can trust my friends. They know everything about me. Correction, they know everything you knew about you. What they don't know is that you're seriously powerful and seriously dangerous to tune after you. Do you really think they'll want to know more after that? I'm sure they'll say it's fine that they're behind you no matter what. Are you really willing to let them get involved? To let them die for you? You find yourself at a loss for words. What if Brave has something they want, huh? What if the people you trust so much decide their happiness is better than your safety? His words come out fiercely, though his eyes are all sadness. When he realizes you haven't responded, he goes quiet. I know this is a lot to process. We live pretty different lives. I still can't believe we're twins. We're more from that magic is real. Twins. I've only ever been an only child before. Technically, you've never been an only child. It was pretty tough growing up like this. The only thing that got me through it was knowing that this is what our parents wanted. What, for us to live apart in constant fear? No, for us to live to survive. As silence passed between the two of you as you tried to think of something to say. So, brother, the picture you gave me earlier the other half, where'd you get it? I found it in the wreckage of our childhood home. Wreckage? The fire burned it all down, but no one ever demolished the house. It's probably still standing to this day. A fire were our parents? I did find any bodies in the wreckage, trust me, I looked. His lips form a hard line as the dark expression passes over his face. We should get some sleep, it's been a long day. He pulls out a round black disc and sticks his arm in. From inside, he pulls out a rolled up sleeping bag and a dirty singed blanket. You need to change that, man. Well, it's another memento. It's actually one of the few things I can remember from when we were babies. You actually remember stuff about our parents? Not a lot, but some. It's kind of hard to think about sometimes. I wish I knew anything at all, even the sad stuff. I could tell you what I do know if you can handle it. Ask Alice about your parents will give you an opportunity to bond and learn more about your family now. It also result in another significant item in your collection. Nah. I don't know what the time difference is between here and the mirror dimensions, but I guess it's pretty significant. You settle to bed, but notice that Alice suddenly looks alert as he stares up at the ceiling. There is one other thing. When I was trapped in the mirror dimension, someone else kept coming in and out. I could never get to the open portal in time to escape. Well, who was it? Maybe they've been helping Rafe. That was my thinking too. I never got close enough to make them out, but there was one thing I saw clearly. Reaches out, takes your hand where it dangles toward the edge of the bed, turning your hand ever so slightly to display. My bracelet? Well, your friends have these, right? Yeah, but I don't see what that has to do with anything. Whoever's been trapezing around the mirror dimension was wearing one just like it. Are you playing that one of my friends is working with Ray? Because they would never do that. I know what I saw. I'm not saying anyone's working with that monster. I'm just saying that they're not being truthful. And if they're keeping this from you, then what else could they be hiding? Dang. The way the silence that follows Alice West presses down on you and swallow hard. So what you mean is, it seems as though one of your friends is as trustworthy as you think. Dang. Well, this was some chapter, and man, that diamond scene with Beckett was so worth it. Like any diamond scene with Beckett is worth it to me. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week for the next chapter of the Elementalists. So see you then. Bye bye.